Many people simply follow the trend. People only post about their profits. If you know this, I won't call names, but all these forex guys, so-called forex guys online, that would tell you we're in profit, we're in profit. Come on, you're in profit. All those kind of things. Investment is a quick way of becoming rich. It's not. If so, not even because you might at the end of the day you might even become the investment. Someone promises you a guaranteed high returns with little or no risk. That is usually
Hello and welcome to Sit at the Edge podcast. It's another episode, episode 2. And today's guest is Marvelous Eboka. He holds a degree in accounting and he works in one of the biggest, if not the biggest bank in Nigeria and across Africa. You are welcome, Marvelous.
for having me. Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. Let's just dive in. I'll start by saying across Nigeria today, more young people are investing their money in many apps like Carrywise, Piggyvest. Some are buying stocks, some are doing mutual funding, crypto, and other investments. But many people still don't know the difference between saving money and investing money. Some even think any place that grows money is an investment. And today, with your expertise to clear this confusion, and help young Nigeria make better money decisions. So I'll start with this question, and I'll start by asking you: investing is becoming very, very popular among young Nigerians and across Africa. Do you think most people really understand investing, or are they just following what everyone else is doing?
Okay, that is a very, 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 very thoughtful question. Okay, so I'll start. Investments in Nigeria today is a very, very dicey topic that most young people do. If they don't get the proper advice early, they end up going into numerous form of investment. I think for me, I think it's a mixture of both. But if we're being very realistic, yeah, many people simply follow the trend because of the advent of social media these days. Like you just go on TikTok, go on any social media platform, you just see anybody claiming that okay, he's into this type of investment, invest in this by understanding what you're investing in. So you get
Yeah.
before putting your money anywhere, I would say you should be able to answer three simple questions. And what are these questions? Number one, how does investment make money? How does this investment you're about to go into, how does it how does it make money? Before I put my money into anywhere, I have to first of all understand the basis of how this investment is going to work. Well, I'm going to buy stock today. Let me understand that okay, this stock, for instance, like you need to understand the basics of why you're investing in this particular company, the reason you're investing, and why you should want to invest. Then the second question is, what are the risks involved? If I'm going to invest in this particular share today or this particular investment, what are the risks involved? What will I get back? Will I get two times, 2x my return on investment? Will I get 5x, 4x? And all of that. Those are the second question. What are the risks involved in this investment? And the third question you ask yourself is, why am I investing here instead of here? Should I rather put my money here? Will it work for me? Or I should rather put it here? Will it work better? If you cannot answer any of these questions, you are not investing. You are simply hoping. And for every young person that is starting up your investment journey by just hoping and just hoping for the best, that is not a strategy. That is just you beating around the bush. I would say to anybody that wants to go into investment today is answer these three questions. First of all, when you have the answers to this, then I think you're good to go.
I'll ask, what is the biggest lie young Nigerians believe about investment?
So, biggest lie. Let's bring it back home. Like, person is the club. Tomorrow, while growing up, is that is a big, very big fat lie because social media has made investing look like. See the social media thing, yeah. It's a problem. It has its pros, but most times the cons are like a lot more than the pros. So social media has made everyone believe investing is like magic, yeah. People only post about their profits. If you know this, I won't call names, but all these forex guys, so-called forex guys online that would tell you we're in profits, we're in profits, come on, you're in profit, all those kind of things. You just probably make you feel investing is like magic. Just invest and you're hitting profits. They don't show you their losses. If those profits are actually real, they don't show you their losses. Real investing is actually quite boring. I promise you. Like real investors, people that are rich, they don't. That it's boring. It's not even as if it takes patience, it takes discipline, it takes consistency. It's allowing time to work for you. That lie we're being told is investment is a quick way of becoming rich. It's not. If someone promises you a guaranteed high returns with little or no risk, that is usually a big red flag. They will not even because you might at the end of the day you might even become the investment. Trust me. At the end of the day, maybe someone will tell you, I'm making
To stop you here. So far, if you've been enjoying this conversation, I would love to beg you for just one thing. I'd love you to click the subscription button above if this conversation has been impactful or you've been enjoying it so far. Please click the subscription button above and also click the like button, then also share and follow. Click the notification button also so YouTube can notify you whenever we make videos like this. My team and I we promise to make videos like this every single week so you can also go through this with us, this series with us. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video.
this amount in forex. I'm putting if you bring 100,000, I will triple it for you in 2 days. But for me to show you how to do it, just buy my course for 50,000 naira, and you too you go and buy course. You don't know that it's your 50,000 naira that is the investment. So investment is not one thing you just sleep one day and start going into. Investment is you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent, and you have to allow time to work for you.
Okay.
So to answer your question, like I said, to answer your question, the biggest lie we're told is that investment is a quick way of getting rich. It's not a quick way.
I would love you to explain saving and investing because most people think they mean the same thing. Earlier I started by saying that some even think any place that their money goes is an investment. So what's the difference?
Okay, so saving is like I have let me just paint a picture for you. Okay. I have to pay my rent next month. Okay. I save up for it, my rent, because it's a certain expense I'm going to definitely incur. So if I know something is definite, I save towards it. I don't have to put it in an investment platform like maybe into stock or a mutual benefit or anything like that.
Yeah.
So saving is maybe maybe you earning a salary for instance, and maybe you maybe you set aside like maybe 50K, 100K, whatever the amount it may be. You just set it aside and you will just put it in maybe in your bank account one like every month. You're not putting it in any other form of you're not trying to double it or anything or put it in anywhere that it will gain interest. So saving is basically you saving up little by little for a particular goal, a particular expense that you hope to incur. Whereas investment is about building wealth. That is, if I probably save 100,000 naira in a bank, I still have my money at the end of the day. I will just go to the bank whenever my rent need arises. I'll just go to the bank, withdraw my 100,000 naira, and pay for my expense. But whereas investment, if I invest 100,000 naira to maybe mutual benefits, mutual fund, or a stock, yeah, tomorrow I can go and check the share price and see that okay, 100,000 naira I invested is now 80,000 naira. So imagine if I'm putting my rent that is supposed to be 100,000 naira in the bank, and I go and check it today, and I'm seeing 80,000 naira. How will I pay my rent? Investment because the money I want to spend increasing, and there's also the possibility of it decreasing as well. I've put the money up to chance. That investment is probability at the end of the day, but savings is like a certain money I just set aside about to incur. This investment might be profitable at the end of the day. So it might be higher, it might be lower, but
You said something about building wealth. Can someone build wealth by investing small amount of money over time? Can someone build real wealth from just by investing?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. People think you need millions before you start investing. That is not true. What matters more is consistency. Money works if you understand what compound interest is. Okay, over time, yeah. Time is one of the greatest advantages or an investor has because of compound growth. Like I said, compound interest. Yeah. Let's say, for instance, you have 20,000 naira, you invest every month. Now you're putting more 20,000 naira, putting more 20,000 naira. Your 120,000 naira you had from the previous year is already getting interest. It compounds over time, within a substantial amount. I will not start to invest. That's that's wrong. So those your 20,000 naira, as long as you do your research, know the right investment you want to put your money in, those little amount of money over time, you will see that at the end of the day, you will be better than say, oh, I'm waiting to accumulate something substantial before I start investing.
When you started, you started by saying three things to check out for before you invest your money. So I would love you to like give us a little in-depth knowledge. The biggest things, those three things. If they are the biggest, how do we? Because most times we can try to check for these things, but how do we now get it done properly? Because most times even when you are looking in depth, you might just be scratching the surface. How do we go deeper? You know.
Okay, like I said, talk about you have to know. And it like before you go into any investment, you have to first of all do your own research. Just don't go in, don't follow the bandwagon thinking that okay, oh, that when because this person did like this, myself too, I will do like this. Because this person bought this share, me too, I will buy this share because that if that's your way, you're getting it all wrong, very, and that one will just lead to you losing your money. What the best thing you I would advise first thing is do your research first before you put your money into anywhere, before you put in your money.
Let's make this practical. If you add
Okay,
hundred
sir.
thousand naira today and you want to build wealth from scratch through investing, what should you do?
Well, in today's economy, that's not a lot, but since we're being practical, but
Yeah.
to be honest, that amount is not practical. But let's just assume we are being hypothetical. Okay, let's just take it as an hypothetical figure. Yeah. So let's say we're working with 100,000 naira. Out of 100,000, I think I would divide it. I put that into emergency savings. Please note, savings very important. 20,000 naira aside for savings. I'll put it in my bank account. 1,000 of 20, we go divide it, such as mutual fund or ETF. I think for 1 minute, let me just do one. I think let me just share about investment. So if you permit me.
Okay.
So the first one, this is stock. Okay,
Yeah.
this is stock. What's what are stock? These are equity, shares. For instance, when you used to hear different companies, you hear maybe First Bank PLC, all those PLC, anything that ends with PLC. Okay, you any now and buy one share of that company. Okay, that is, if maybe I go to the stock market today, I say I want to go and buy. Let's take for instance Dangote. I want to go and buy. I want to own a share from Dangote. Okay, so there are various ways you can use to purchase shares. How do you make money from these shares? How do you make money from this? If I left, for instance, now every if you go to the stock exchange today, you see that every company that is listed have a what they call a share price.
Okay.
Okay, let's take for instance as at last week Monday, First Bank was first First Bank price was 65 naira per one share. So imagine I'm buying 100 units of that share. So what they will do is they will multiply 100 units times 65 naira. That is what I will be buying, and they will give it to me. That will be, I think, 6,500 naira. As at today, First Bank share is 119 naira for one share. This is from last week and this week. That is almost times two of the
Yeah.
price. So if I have 100 units and today it is worth 119 naira, that means today I'm having 11,000 naira, and I bought it at last week at 6,000 naira. Now, imagine I bought 1,000 units.
Hmm.
Imagine I bought 10,000 units. Imagine I bought 1 million units. Market works, because if I come in at a particular price and the share price goes up, it will be higher for me. Like I will get profit. If I sell today, I'll make serious profits. But imagine it now drops. Imagine instead of it to be it was 5 naira last week, it's now 14 naira this week. So the value of my 100 units is no longer 665. It's now how much? 40 some 4,000 naira. So you
Yeah.
see how it can go for you, it can go against you. So that is why I said, for you to go into any investment, you need to do your own research and find out why I should go into this investment. I need it to work for me or it to work against me. So we have bond. Okay. Bonds are loans to government companies to pay fixed interest over time. Why I like bonds is the fact that it doesn't work like stock. To go and construct one road. Okay. At the end of the day, the government will pay you returns. Okay, they can say they want to do they will just government will just say, okay, oh, we are issuing so bond for so period. So we need so money. It's like you borrowing the government's money to
Yeah.
go and do a road. Last, the government, government always makes money.
Yeah.
Government will now pay you back interest on that loan that you gave them. Then we also have mutual funds. Mutual funds are pooled funds managed by professionals and invested in diversified investments. Because of our time, let me just quickly go through everything. Then we have real estate. You can invest in property or rental income for capital appreciation. Then you have commodities. You have physical assets like gold, oil, or agricultural products. And finally, we have funds traded in stock. Next slide. Can you see investment platforms in Nigeria? Okay. So for young people, I advise any one of this. You can get Carrywise, you can get Optimus by Apple Invest, you can get Bamboo app, you can get Wealth Body. Just basically just do your research on any of this, and you're basically good to go. On any one of those, you can go into it and do your research. Like I've always been saying, do your research, and you're basically good to go. You're basically good to go. Trust me.
Wow. I love the practical aspect of this, the way you were able to, give the presentation. Imagine standing in front of millions, let's say millions of young Nigerians desperate to make money, you know, and they are listening to you currently, right now, and you have 1 minute to give them one piece of money advice that could change their future entirely for good. What advice would you give them?
Don't try to look wealthy. Don't try to look wealthy, because we're in very funny times that people will just try to act as if they are wealthy for social media and all of that. Don't try to look wealthy. Focus on actually becoming wealthy, because many people, they spend their time trying to impress others with latest phones, lifestyle. I would say pay yourself first. Yeah, live below your means.
Yeah,
Invest consistently. That consistently, I cannot overemphasize how investing consistently works. Invest consistently over time, little drops of water. Over time, you will see
yeah,
you get the result. Avoid debts that cannot create value. I'm not saying you should not incur debt. Obviously, Dangote, even till tomorrow, he borrows money. Elon Musk till tomorrow. When he was quoted as the biggest world richest man. When he wanted to buy Twitter for 44 billion, what did you do? He went to the bank to go and borrow. So those one, some people will be like, ah, God forbid, me borrow. Go, but to create value, don't go and borrow to go and be eating. Don't go and borrow money to go and take your babe on a date. Don't go and borrow money to go and be doing. Don't borrow money for unfrivolities. To wealth is really built in one big moment. It is built through hundreds good financial decisions repeated over many years. It's just consistency. I cannot overemphasize. Future financial freedom depends less on how much you earn today, but what you do over time or consistently, like I've always been saying. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much, um, Marvelous Eboka. This tonight's session on investment has been an amazing time. You know, you speaking, taking us from the type of investment that we have to the type of platform we can use to make these investments, and also the idea of good debt by bad debt. I think is something we need to have a discussion about some other time. You know, debt and taxation, how it can affect mostly entrepreneurs starting up their business, most startup entrepreneurs that don't understand this debt and taxation. But for tonight's session was really amazing, sir. I want to thank you because what you just shared for this podcast things or secrets that people pay out there to learn. Thank you so much for joining me, at
You're
on this
welcome.
podcast, Sit at the Edge. Thank you so much, sir. Take care of yourself.
You're very much welcome.